Hi, John here from Backwards Compatible, obviously, and I'm joined by Matt. And this is myself and Matt playing co-op in Far Cry 4. I gave Matt some keys to Kryat, so he doesn't actually own the game, but he can play it. So Matt, we're going to talk about this video and the Jolly Jakes we had.
Cool.
You had to download the entire game essentially, didn't you? For this
Pretty
to
much,
actually play
yeah.
this?
But it wasn't too bad. Like it didn't take that
Yeah.
long with a decent connection.
Well, I think. Sorry, carry on.
No, I just thought it was pretty easy. The real challenge was actually getting connected to your game.
That was really hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After sort of struggling with it and trying it multiple times, doing it within the game and outside of the game in Sony's operating system, it still really wasn't working. But it looked like it resolved itself when I connected my I hardwired the PlayStation into the internet. That seemed to resolve it, but.
I think it may have been because I was trying to Twitch it at the same time as do it, and I think the Twitch on the using the bandwidth was causing problems. What's that down there? What did you notice this, didn't you? Is this on purpose? Do you think?
I don't know. He's an adventurer, and he's taken an arrow to the knee.
I wonder if this really is a developer's nod to Skyrim, or if it was just an accident. But we didn't shoot the guy, did we?
No.
So we decided we'd traverse the land of Kyrat in a gyrocopter. How soon did we? You got your head chopped.
Yeah.
How soon did we decide it would be a good idea if we both flew?
Pretty much straight away. Like after I'd had a little bit in the gyrocopter, and you had a little bit as well. But it definitely seemed like a good idea for us to both get one.
We were flying towards another zone where we thought a chopper might be, but we kept getting distracted, didn't we? And that is kind of the central beauty of this game, is the distractions around you.
Yeah, definitely.
What you can see from in this video is our different points of view. So if it looks a bit weird, it's because you're seeing it from mine and Matt's point of view. Sorry, carry on, Matt.
No, I was just going to say that I never felt that it was sort of distracting us from our main objective or anything like that. I thought that it was pretty well set out within the map as well. It was well done.
I mean, here you can see Matt sniping the chaps down below there, and they're the Royal Guard, and they come along every so often for you to shoot and get points and money for it. You started off with it wasn't clear what sort of weapon set you had when you started. Did you have the choice of all my weapons I'd unlocked?
I don't think so.
No.
I was pretty much broke, but they gave you a little automatic pistol and what's the automatic crossbow thing?
Oh yeah, autobow
or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean when I played the campaign, that unlocked a lot later. You were riding behind me on the chopper, and you decided to jump off at this point, didn't you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
So you got the wingsuit.
Yeah, I think at that point we were getting too high and the alarm was going off, so it felt like a good time to jump.
But obviously, I didn't want to lose the chopper, so I decided to follow you down. I think this is your point of view now as you're flying the wingsuit down what looks like a village down here. But again, you get a really good indication of what the land looks like of Kyrat, and it was quite an exhilarating ride, wasn't it? Was that your first wingsuit ride there?
I had attempted to do it a couple of times, but the first time I ran into a tree, so I think this is the first one that counts.
That's right, yeah. This is quite cool because I came to pick you up, I think, if I remember rightly,
yeah.
on this bit. And the fun of co-op is actually sharing the experience and seeing each other in the air, and I thought that was really cool, the way we could... you could go off and do something. I'd come and pick you up again. We discovered something else with the chopper as well, didn't we? When I picked you up, you discovered this actually. In fact, I think you discover more in the hour you play with me than I've done in about 20 hours. Which is quite cool.
The grappling feature that you get in the game, where you can climb rocks and things like that, you can actually grapple up into the chopper. So I asked you come to pick me up, and I asked you to jump back up because I get the little indication on the screen in a second here. So there you go, grapple, and you're coming down to pick me up, and I'm yelling at you to stay in the air.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll go up again. Here we go, off I go. It's quite nice for me to see my character from the exterior as well in this, actually, because you don't actually see yourself as Ajay very much in the game. But you were a completely bonkers guy. You actually as her, can't you?
Yes, yeah. And I heard him make a couple of comments whenever you pick up a weapon or something like that.
He's hilarious.
Sarcastic.
I mean, I think Far Cry 3 and I think the Far Cry games, they all have these characters in them, and that's the beauty of them. They're really quite... they don't take themselves too seriously, do they? Again, we were trying to get a good view from up here, and we discovered if you fly too high in the gyrocopter, it just stops you from going any higher by deciding to sort of conk out. This was a little bit problematic, wasn't it, this landing, if I remember rightly?
Is this the one where we almost lost it? It just
Look at
started
you,
rolling
like-
away. Yeah, because I'm
No,
trying to
let's
keep
go
it on the
down the
ground.
hill. So you decide, I know, I'll jump up in the air underneath the blade. So I've never seen this before, so I had no idea what was going on here. You look angry and annoyed, and what's going on? And we both realised, well, you could see from your point of view that you were dying. I didn't know this at all.
So you just thought
so
I
I
was
managed to
chilling
revive you, and then you decided to run off with the chopper. I was like, hold on.
out. I didn't want it to roll away.
No, true. So luckily I could grapple, but it was quite in character of Herc, like, oh, leave this guy alone straight away. But then it didn't go so well there either, did it really? Because you couldn't get up again.
No,
But,
no.
I think we
I think we're
managed
high
to get
enough.
away eventually. Yeah. And I noticed this when I was editing this, that we kept taking drugs during this, didn't we? You see that? We keep
Yeah.
injecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think next we were looking for another chopper for you, weren't we?
Yeah, here we go.
So this didn't go so well either, if I remember rightly.
No. It went perfectly.
Have you-
This is
well-
exactly what I meant to do.
I think you played too much Battlefield 4, because this is pretty much what the pilots in Battlefield 4 do. They jump out, and therefore the chopper crashes. And I think it killed both of us, didn't it?
Yep.
Definitely killed me. So we gave up on the choppers for a while. We went back to them later on, but we decided to go on our boats. But this happened as well.
So you were telling me that you saw someone with a rib, and I
Yeah.
was telling you there was no one there. I didn't know who you were talking about, but on your screen you were on a boat. On my
Well,
screen,
I could see the rib, but on your screen it looked like sort of Bugs Bunny on water.
yeah.
So I guess in your instance of the game there was no rib, and it was curious. But this is great fun too, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think that's the only time I saw the game sort of fault itself.
Glitch out.
Yeah. Everything else in the game was pretty much perfect.
I mean, our main aim was to do some hunting, and you were. I have to say again, I was pretty ashamed because I've been attacked for 20 hours by eagles, and I have never been able to shoot any of them. And within the hour and a half that we were playing, I think you shot about 2 or 3 flying creatures. So we decided, let's get some trophies here. Let's get a picture. There I am taking a picture of you. And it's quite nice because again you don't see this in the game, but here I am.
That's
There
awesome.
you are. I mean, there's you. There's your shot. So that was really cool. And I think Herc suits the big game hunter the most.
Yeah.
He looks pretty much like some American NRA enthusiast out shooting. And you got this one. And this is a proper eagle. Look at the size of that thing. What were we doing here?
We were defending the villages from the tigers.
This was actually a little mission, wasn't it? A little side quest.
Yeah. I've chucked a couple of mines up there, but I think you did the same thing.
I think it did actually. The lady that was talking to us was saying, "I think you should drop some mad somewhere in case tigers come." So we were. I think we just chose some good vantage point. You chose a better vantage point than me. This video is throwing up how much better you are at playing games than I am, Matt. To be fair, but this is I quite enjoyed this. It's a bit silly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not bad. I like that part where you destroyed everyone. Like I just watched you. Yeah.
I think the aim was the civilians weren't meant to die, or at least one was meant to survive. And I think using the grenade launcher at close quarters wasn't such a good idea, so I changed to the shredder. But it was a pretty close run thing, I thought. This mission, because didn't do very well defending civilians. I think I actually shot the civilian before she was more. But
Nice work.
you did very well up here. You managed to stay away from the tigers. You had a good vantage point. I think you might have got the last kill. There we go. Nice kill.
Thank you.
What were we doing next? I can't remember what was our next mission. I think we were just wandering around again here, weren't we?
I think we went and killed some fish and things like that.
Yeah, that was a bit close. Oh, that's right, we went fishing.
Yep.
I wanted to show you the demon fish, didn't I?
Yeah.
So you can, I mean, I was using the syringe that lets you view animals, which I think was the same in our Far Cry 3, and then we went for a swim, because you hadn't seen a demon fish.
No, I had no
Here-
idea what you
here
were
you
talking
are.
about because I couldn't see him. So I thought you were like just making him up.
But there you go. And you're looking rather fetching in your leisure suit underwater there.
Thank you.
Usually, if you do this, you get attacked by another demon fish, but I think we're pretty lucky there, to be honest.
I think you had killed pretty much all of them.
Yeah, and I think you can see here from your vision gets more tunnel-like as you run out of air.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to get out of that water fairly quickly. Ah, elephants.
So this is the part where I ruined everything for you.
You did, yeah. Why? How did you manage to do that?
So there was a friendly car coming up. I think you should see it in a second.
I think actually no. I think the car was a royal guard. But I think before then, oh, you might be right. I think before then you trampled one of the people we were meant to be defending, and they turned on us, didn't they? Really?
Yeah.
So you thought, never mind. I'll just go and kill them anyway. So Yeah, I think you were testing out with the elephant. You can actually swing the trunk and kill people with it, which is quite satisfying. But it kind of all kicked off after that, if I remember rightly.
It went pretty pear-shaped.
Yeah. So these are actually our own Golden Path members getting a bit upset with us. So they were, shooting back. Although that's definitely a royal guard that I've just eviscerated there. But it got a bit hectic. I think we decided to peg it after this and get the hell out of Dodge. But it was good. It was good fun, this bit. This is probably a bit you couldn't really see in the game when you were playing from your point of view. But this is a bit mental. I think the blade's meant to spin, not the whole vehicle. But that was soon finished off by a royal Golden Path member. But I think we moved on after that. Here's more of your great skills in shooting animals. Oh no, this is me being attacked by an eagle yet again. And I was trying miserably to shoot it with a grenade launcher, which is probably the worst weapon to use. Meanwhile, there you are. What were you using for this? Can you remember?
The mounted gun, I think. I'm on the.
You on them?
Yeah, to your right. To your left, there was a. See that truck there with the mounted gun?
Oh right, yeah. And there you are having another picture.
Yeah.
I think you were rather getting into it by then. There we go.
It was your photography direction.
Oh, right. What were we doing here? I can't remember what this bit was.
There was another one of the convoys, so we were setting it up for ambush, and then we got a bit distracted and didn't realize they were sort of right behind us.
Oh, that's right. I think I just wanted to blow things up. So I think after this we got rid of a few of the mines, didn't we? And then suddenly you said, "They're coming, they're coming." I think you see these little symbols at the top of the screen. So I think just considering my health and timing, I think I did quite well to get rid of those guys. Really.
Yeah, you did well.
I definitely feel like if you want to win fast in this game, the grenade launcher is a good weapon to have. It's very useful against vehicles and large groups of players. But you also, a number of times I've actually killed myself by being too close to things when I shoot them. But I mean, there's just lots to do all the time. Even though it's not as populated as Grand Theft Auto, it's just a great game to mooch around and have fun. And I think the hour went past quite quickly, didn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And here we are. I remember this. This is your idea, I think. You're recreating the Barrett's ad. Now, you probably aren't old enough to remember that, Matt, but the Barrett's advert was quite famous for this, flying a helicopter through a tunnel. But it was just great swooping around, wasn't it, and exploring the world.
Did you ever play the San Andreas co-op?
No, I never did. No, that was with jets and things, wasn't it?
Well, that was like a very similar, like a co-op that you're in the same world, so the same map and everything that. And the extra player was like another character, but they couldn't sort of stray too far away from you because of the limitations of the PS2.
Sure.
So this is like a not sort of like next gen ×2 version of that, I guess.
I noticed that a couple of times you went far away from me. Didn't it give you a message about being too far from me as well?
Yeah, which is exactly the sort of message you'd get in the older games, but obviously they didn't.
A bit further distance.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's too much for it to instance larger portions of the map at the same time when we're moving further apart.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think the way Far Cry works is it renders at different levels, doesn't it? But,
that would be my guess as well. So.
Yeah. So I think your time was nearly up, and we did try doing some more skydiving, but I wanted to see what happens when we got too close. I think we may have chipped each other a few times, but your time was up, number 69, and I think my aim was to try and take you out with my grenade launcher as well. So in a second you'll see me dispatch Matt with much aplomb, and that was it, I think. But I think I can send you another key. You can play again, so you can play a few more hours of this. I think you can send multiple keys. I think you get more options to do that. But here we go. You very kindly stayed in my sights for me, and there we go. Well, thank you for watching, folks. This has been a little roundup of the Far Cry 4 co-op, and I really enjoyed playing it. I hope you did as well, Matt.
Yeah, I did. It was great.
Are you going to get the game?
I will, but I'll get it on PC.
All right, that's fair enough. I'll have to find someone else to play with then. Thank you for watching, folks, and do subscribe. Do listen to our podcasts. Do take a look at the site. This is the chats from Backwards Compatible. I've been John, and you've been
Matt.
Take care, guys.